All right, I gave the Bobcat a bath last night. I was able to get off all that green tree sap and mildew from where it was sitting for a couple years. So it's looking pretty good now. Today, what I'm going to focus on is the bucket. The bucket is pretty beat up. It is missing half of its cutting edge. The cutting edge is broken off right here. My plan, I was going to, just buy a new bolt-on cutting edge, easy enough, right? But I priced it out through Bobcat because these hole spacings are specific to Bobcat. And they wanted, for an 80-inch bucket, it was somewhere around $400 or so for the cutting edge. And then by the time you bought all the plow bolts, tacks, all that stuff, you were looking at close to $500. I just didn't see it worth putting $500 into a cutting edge for a bucket that's already been welded on a bunch. There's a big plate on the underside here that's been welded on. There's a hole, so I didn't like the sounds of that. So I come up with a new plan. I went to the local steel yard and was able to buy this 8.5 foot long hardened steel cutting edge that's already beveled on the one side. So what we're going to do is we're going to torch the old plow bolts off, remove the broken off piece. I'll clean it up, and I'm just going to weld the new cutting edge on. Tentatively, my plan, instead of fully welding all the way across, thinking that might be overkill, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but for now I'm thinking I'm just going to weld where these bolt holes are, like a stitch weld, like 2 inches in front of each one of these, and then same thing on the reverse side. I'll do a couple little stitches down the back. And if the consensus in the comments that's not the right way to do it and I'm fully weld it, then I can always come back and fully weld it. So for now, I'm going to get this off, weld up the new one, and let me know in the comments what you think. I'll put you on the time lapse and you can follow along. All right, I busted the rust off of most of this cutting edge here, and I cleaned up the back side. It's not going to be perfect, but as long as it's smooth and the new cutting edge fits, in there good. This is what I wanted to show you, kind of explain why I'm going with welding it on. Somebody had welded this plate on. Maybe there might even be 2 plates here, and whoever did it didn't do the best of job welding it, especially like here, it's not even welded at all. So like I said, this bucket's been already welded on before, so I don't think it's going to hurt it putting a little bit more welds on it. Well, I'm going to come back, after I get the cutting edge on, I'll try to buzz this in and clean that up a little bit. It's on the bottom, I'm not that concerned, but while I'm welding, I might as well take care of what I can get from here. I'll try to fill that little hole too. All right, well, I will bring you back after I get some more done. All right, I have it lined up fairly well. I have a little bit of overhang here to make it a little easier to weld in there. I use these back holes to kind of set my depth in. I didn't really want the blade into this hole here because it would be like halfway across, so it'll just catch crap in it. So I kicked it flush with that. I have a little bit of an edge here, and the fit up on this side, this is the side that still had the old cutting edge still on it. This actually is fit up really tight, perfectly snug all the way across. When you get down this end is where the bucket's more worn down. So I have, I don't know, maybe about 1/8 of an inch gap here. I did check, this is sitting flat. It's just the way the bucket is worn down in this section here. It's just tapered down. So I'm gonna definitely have to fully weld down this end a little bit. Looking down the bucket itself, I don't know if you can see this too, there's a little bit of a belly in the bucket, which, you know, it's an old bucket, so not much I can do about that. So the plan next, this is 1060 hardened steel. I am going to preheat it a little bit. I'll take a propane torch to it and get it, you know, just heat it up a little bit, maybe, I don't know, maybe 400 degrees, 300 degrees should be probably fine. And then I'll start welding, and I will weld it in sections. So I'll bring you back after I get some of that done. Alright, there's where we're at so far. I have the ends all tied in. The low spot, I have that all filled. I guess at this point, because I'm going to have to definitely weld this section here, so it's going to be like half of the bucket is going to be welded. So I think it'll look dumb if I don't just fill in over here. So I'm going to do that. But unfortunately for me, the wind just started picking up, and now it's blowing my gas, and you can see I got all that porosity there. So I'm gonna have to grind that out. I think what I'm gonna do, I'll move the bucket. I think it'll fit between this motor and the wall here. I'll be able to squeeze it in, get a little bit of block from the wind. So I'm gonna do that and then continue on. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I got it all welded up. I think my welds look decent enough for what it is. I'm sure it's going to get worn down anyway. So you can kind of see, you know, where I had a nice string go, and then, you know, where it joins, you're just going to get that. So it's pretty enough for what it is. It's just a cutting edge. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, if you would have done it differently, let me know down in the comments. See, I want to see if what the consensus is, if I made the right choice or not, going with the weld-on cutting edge versus the $500 bolt-on cutting edge. Alright, thanks. We will catch you on the next video, guys.